Howdy, welcome back to the show. Thanks for listening to Chatty Caveman, and thanks for all your comments and questions that you've asked, in the comment section. I appreciate it.
Have you been answering? I'm sorry, I don't interrupt you.
That's okay. I've been answering as much as I could, and I've answered anybody that asks any questions. So any question you ask me, about recipes or anything else, I'll answer it on anything. I just answer whatever. It's okay. Sometimes I go more than I have to. Yep. And welcome back to you, Bri, by the way.
Yeah.
Because you were out of town. You were on hiatus. Yeah.
Yes.
You were in the most wonderful place in the world, as many consider Orlando.
Yes.
A lot of options, a lot of things. Which leads me to what I wanted to talk about a little bit today, which is theme parks.
Yeah.
We've always gone to theme parks. Our parents did one thing that I know since we were little, packed us up in a car, took us anywhere and everywhere, picnic baskets with sandwiches, a little stuff like little bags.
My favorite sandwich was liverwurst on a bagel, and it would stay all day in the car. But I don't remember going to parks a lot.
You were dragged around this is going to bring us to what we're talking about. You were dragged around because you were younger, and my sister and I are closer in age, and I'm 3 years older. She's 4 years older than you. So we used to go in the car, and you would go on the little kid rides, and we were on like the intermediate rides. So we would go to places in like Pennsylvania. We would go to places, Great Adventure. We'd go to these different parks, okay? Some smaller, some bigger. Like you went to the parks this weekend.
Yeah.
This past week.
And you went to Action Park, too. You ever see that,
Action
that
Park
documentary?
Yes, Action Park.
Best
It reminds
Action
me so
Park?
much. Action Park is the craziest adventure park I've ever been to.
But you saw the documentary?
Yes, I saw the
Okay,
documentary. Good. It's true. It was insane.
But anyway, go on.
So, and that one I wouldn't consider in the theme parks only because that was mayhem and chaos.
It wasn't
everything
a
they
theme
said.
park, right?
It was a crazy kind of water park, adrenaline junkie park, and it really was. You need to watch the documentary. If you haven't watched it.
I have. It was years ago, but I wasn't sure if you did.
You have to watch it. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised I'm not in it. I went there like 4 or 5 times.
Right. Yeah. You went you're the only other person I know that actually went.
Yeah. But I love theme parks. I love all of them. But based on your age, I guess, you get a lot of different experiences depending on whether you're the one bringing kids to the park or whether you're the one going to the park to go experience yourself. Every single park on the East Coast, with a couple of exceptions I think I've been to, I don't know about you, like Hershey Park, Great Adventure up north, a couple of different Busch Gardens, one in Florida, one in Virginia, Carowinds, Universal obviously in Florida, and all the Disney parks, including SeaWorld. Yes, Busch Gardens in Tampa and in Williamsburg, Virginia. And I think that it's just a different thing when you go. You just went, and you went with one of your kids that was younger.
I have no desire to go to any of these parks, unless I was going with, I guess, one of my kids. I mean, rides are cool, but the last thing I want to do is wait in a line for 2 hours. And that's like, oh, yay. Like, what?
I know. I always get the fast pass, and I feel bad when I pass people, but I don't think I have a choice, especially when I had one daughter that was younger and didn't really go on the big kid rides, and I had 2 sons that were older, and they wanted to go on the older rides. So how can I make the daughter wait 3 hours on a line if I didn't have a fast pass to go up to the front where she wasn't even going on the ride so that the other ones can go on a ride? Yeah. And I wanted to go on the ride because I paid just as much to go to the park, too, and I like that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a different experience. But in all honesty, you just went to Universal, and they have everything. They got the big kid rides and the small kid rides.
But the fast pass, guess what? It doesn't work on everything. And I get it. Like, I had to wait in line for 2 hours to get on the bike ride if I wanted to wait on that.
Ride.
A Hagrid ride, yeah.
Exactly.
We ended up doing single rider. Of course, bad timing. Single rider was slower, and then they closed the single rider, and then it was faster to go the other way.
And the only way sometimes you get away with going on those rides a little quicker is if you stay in a theme park sponsored resort, so that sometimes they open up an hour earlier and you can get in. Like I remember Harry Potter Diagon Alley in the regular Universal Studios. We were able to go into that an hour earlier because we stayed at one of the resorts that Universal owned.
Yeah, but everyone goes right to, I did too. We got there early, and guess what? It was a 100-minute wait because I wasn't there. I got
2
in
minutes.
the park at 8:05,
Yeah.
you know?
And
you go, okay, yeah, there's only 2 rides that are really kind of open that people are really going for in that area. And the Harry Potter was the only one that was open an hour early. The rest of the park was closed till 9.
Exactly.
So you go, okay.
You needed to be there 8.5 minutes earlier.
So what's your question? Did you even get to it? Because we're just talking
No,
about
I didn't get to it.
I'm curious,
but
okay.
Honestly.
And
So my question
curious.
is, when you go to these parks, you basically answered it almost already, which is you're not going for you. I go for me. I love all the rides.
Yeah.
I want to say I went on that. I went on that.
And it's fun. Like, don't get me wrong. I like the rides, but I'm impatient.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can go on every ride easy, quick, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it. But even the Fast Pass, we were waiting 20, 30 minutes. And this is a Wednesday in October.
I will give you a secret. In October in Orlando, it's packed because apparently it's like European break, and they come over in that time before Halloween.
They
so
still
there's a break
called
a few
it
weeks.
slow, but it was
Yes.
it was definitely, I would say, 3/4 of the people were speaking a different language.
So my thing about the theme parks is this. I've been to a lot of them, and you just experienced it. And I haven't been to one in maybe 2 years. Typically, I take a couple of years off, let them build up some new rides, and do things like that.
Oh, which, by the way, there's a whole new Universal that's quadruple the size of what Universal is now, being open next year. Totally state of the art, supposed to completely blow away anything when it comes down to like what Disney has to offer. It's going to be massive.
Is it in Orlando?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Then I can go, because it's not too far for us where we are. I don't mind driving. I just drive, take a few days, go to the parks, and then come back. But in all honesty, out of all the parks that you've went to, that you remember going to, what was the best park? Or does it have to do with who you went with and why you went?
Honestly, I don't know. I would have to say, I don't know. I don't have much of a memory of going to parks. When it comes to like Great Adventure, I don't remember hardly anything. I rode my first roller coaster when I was 18 because I would get nauseous when I was a kid. So I didn't think I liked roller coasters because I thought I'd throw up. And then after that, I only went to like Epcot. Like I went to Epcot as a kid, but I didn't ride any of the rides. So
There wasn't a lot of fast rides when you were a kid, young at Epcot.
And then what? I've been to Universal. I like Universal. Yeah. Busch Gardens. I mean, like, it's really about what's the coolest, like, roller coaster. They're all too short. I like the Hagrid roller coaster the most that I can remember because it's the most recent, and it's the best one at the park as far as I'm concerned.
And it's a different experience the way you're sitting on that roller coaster, like you're sitting on a motorcycle. It actually feels different.
Yeah, they drop you. They put you in reverse. What they do forward works, you know. Just all these rides need to be 2 minutes longer. It's like they're all just too damn short.
And then 4 minutes makes you wait twice as long on that ride. That's the whole thing.
It's
It's 2 minutes is like their clock. It's like a minute and 20 seconds they want to get you on and get you off.
You know,
and
it's
get
a
you
wait
whatever,
an hour and a
2 minutes.
half and then 3 minutes later to be disappointed.
But
that is horrible. Anyway.
Basically, I still want to go to Cedar Point. Cedar Point apparently is the roller coaster mecca because that's in Ohio. Just a short season. Cedar Point, I heard, is amazing. If you've been to Cedar Point, just leave me a comment and tell me which ride is the best one there because I have no idea, but I heard about it. But in all honesty, on the East Coast, to me, the two parks that I love because no matter what, you could do a lot of things in them. You get them done quickly. The Fast Pass actually works there, or it's just an enjoyable day no matter what. SeaWorld in Orlando is one of my favorite parks because it has roller coasters, it has a couple of great rides, it has shows where you could take a break and sit down and do whatever. Not because I'm old, just because you're out of the sun. Because anywhere you go, usually it's hot, but you can go on those roller coasters over and over. There's about 3 or 4 and other rides. The other one, which is right here, where close by where we are, 3 hours away, Carowinds, which Cedar Fair is the group that owns Cedar Point, and they bought Carowinds a few years ago. To me, it's one of the best roller coaster parks on the East Coast. They got so many rides. Fury is one of the best, smoothest rides ever. The Intimidator is a great ride. The new snake ride, what's it called? Cobra Strike or something like that. That was amazing. It's really, really a great park. And they also have a water park attached to it. And the Fast Pass works on all the rides. So you got to love that. As far as the theme parks go, Disney does a good job, but unless I got a whole family going, it's just the Disney experience. For me, that's with younger kids, and once they get a little bit older, they want to see some of the rides. But if you got kids that don't like rides, Disney's the way to go, I guess.
Yeah, I'm fine with not seeing Disney ever again.
I know, it's weird. It's like, I've been there.
Yeah,
it's
I've
okay.
done it a few times.
I do want to go to see the Star Wars section, but I know it's still like backed up like crazy. So if I get a deal and get into the Star Wars thing and really experience that whole thing with the Star Wars bar and the whole everything, I would try that. That's it. So if you have any favorite rides and you want to leave me a comment, let me know. But now we're going to get to football. And on our last podcast, we both had a pretty good week, but I went 13-1. And I finally got a teaser, a 3-game teaser, and you went 10-4, and you just missed out on a teaser.
Just missed the teaser. Well, it was 2 out of 3, kind of lame. But so
that was pretty
you
good.
nailed it. You did very well.
And then last week I went 12-3. I wrote down all my picks and my teaser, and I took a picture of it before all the games started.
And you didn't send it to me, so it's null and void.
Well, yeah, but it's also in my phone at the time, as a timestamp, and also my kids saw it and got it.
All
so
right.
Anyway, so I did get a 4-game teaser last week. We're gonna go over the games last week real quick, just so that Brian's updated, and then we can go into this week's picks. So last week, Thursday night, Broncos 33, the Saints 10.
Damn, for Broncos turning out to be something. Good
the
for
Broncos, it was surprising, but the Saints didn't have their quarterback. Okay, we got the Patriots 16 and the Jaguars 32. The Jaguars stayed there an extra week because they had 2 games in a row there, and the Patriots, they did nothing.
They are 1-6, and I love it.
The Lions 31, the Vikings in Minnesota 29. That game was back and forth. That's a game the Lions always lose. Somehow they got that field goal in the end. That coach, I swear he's like a WWE wrestler. He doesn't care. He says he's going for it. He snarls. He spits when he talks.
Was it a long field goal?
No, it wasn't that long because typically you just run a little bit to get him in position and hope they kick a long field goal. No, they went for another pass. The running back cut off to the right. Then he got another pass to go another 15 yards. Suddenly they're in close. They felt safe about it and they won the game. And now they're favorites. And I'm like, stop rooting for the Lions. Let them be dogs.
Hey, this is the coach and the team.
Yep.
I love it. I didn't see any of it, though.
So far, I got all those games right last week. And then the Titans 10, the Bills 34. The Bills woke up a little bit. They picked up Amari Cooper from the Browns in a trade, which is kind of a missing piece ever since Diggs left and went to Houston. They needed a deep threat. I think he caught 3 or 4 passes for like 60 yards, which is amazing considering he was on a different team earlier in the week. That was my tease, and I didn't even need the tease because they killed it. The Dolphins 10, the Colts 16.
Man, I
the
love the Dolphins shit in the bed.
Are horrible.
Yeah,
they're
that's
horrible.
good.
But here's the thing. This week, they get Tua back. Tua said he's coming back this week. So I'm pretty sure he's going to play.
Okay.
The Seahawks and the Falcons played against each other. I'm in a lose-lose situation, but I wanted the Falcons. But the Seahawks
They won, right?
won 34-14. Okay.
All right, so they didn't show up.
No.
Falcons got their ass
And that
handed
was
to
in
them.
Atlanta. And I got that one wrong. The Texans, they lost 22-24 to the Packers. Wow, that was a crazy, crazy game. The Packers are now on a hot streak. They're considered getting back. The Texans showed that they kind of have a little bit of trouble on defense. They got their running back, but they were on the road in Lambeau. I give them that loss. We'll see what happens this week if they can come back. They're still in first place in their division.
They are, okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, the division is the Jaguars, the Colts, and the Titans.
Man,
so
I
they
wish
don't,
the
the
Jets could be in there.
Houston's don't have much to worry about other than maybe if the Colts get hot.
I'm going to pick them this week.
I teased the Bengals this week. The Bengals 21 and the Browns 14. Oh my God, their quarterback. I saw his Achilles pop, but I got that tease correctly. The next game, the Eagles 28, the Giants 3. Saquon Barkley had a killer day and was only a few yards shy of a record. And he went out of the game.
Did the coach go up to him and say, I thought I saw a video, and say, like, hey, do you want to? And he said, no, I'll let the other
Yeah,
let the other guys
I don't
do
care.
it.
I would have told the coach, heck yeah, I'm going in. Okay, my next game was a tease, was the Raiders 15 and the Rams 20. The Rams pulled out a victory. I have no idea how they didn't have anybody. The Panthers 7 and the Commanders 40. What's crazy about that game is in the first quarter, Jaden Daniels got hit in a play. A few plays later, kind of just went down on his own, like to protect himself.
Yeah.
And then a couple plays later went down and then got out first quarter. Marcus Mariota, blast from the past. He came in, he killed it.
So this, you said, what is it? I'm calling him Ray Liotta. What's his name? The one that sounds
Marcus
like
Mariota.
Mariota.
Ray Liotta.
Ray
That's good.
Liotta.
Ray
yeah.
Liotta.
So Marcus Barry, whatever, right?
Goodfellas, yeah. Go ahead.
Him. He, right now, if he kills it next week and then sits on the bench, he just made an extra probably $5 million if he's not under contract for next year to get back up.
Because
and that's how crazy this whole game is.
It's amazing that the backups are so important.
So
for one game or two, if you get knocked out for a concussion or a hamstring injury or anything else or a shoulder stinger or anything else, if you could come in and just hold the fort for at least a game or two, look what happened with Miami. They folded.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This guy, Ray Liotta, freaking comes in and doesn't just hold down the fort and hand it off and do a couple of things. Apparently, according to you, he fucking killed it.
He was threading the needle.
Exactly.
He was.
That's what I'm talking about. And when you could do that prepared. 2 games in a row, all of a sudden everyone's looking at you going, oh, he's 30. And he's been learning shit. And that's what's great about this game.
Well, look at half of these quarterbacks that came in, like your guy Geno Smith, like Sam
Right.
Darnold, like all these other guys later on. They've been on the bench, they've been backups, and then when they came in, they had their shot, and they made good with it.
And
now
then
that's
they'll
why
make a
they're
lot of
playing.
money and then probably shit the bed a year and a half later.
Exactly, but at
Right.
least they'll get that contract that
Right.
they need so badly. Okay, the next game, the Chiefs 28, the Niners 18. The Niners have been folding. Now they have injury after injury after injury after injury, but here's the thing that's crazy.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes hasn't had one good game this season yet, and they're still undefeated. I think it was 6-8. I think Patrick Mahomes only has 6 touchdowns this year.
Right.
Passing.
That's
and 8 interceptions.
That's insane for them to be undefeated. It's not insane for that to be a quarterback.
It's insane for him.
Well,
to be named the best quarterback that anyone's ever seen for the last X amount of years, doing all these fluky, crazy things. Right now, he's not even averaging one touchdown a game.
Right. That's true. But he's clutch.
It's insane. That's why it was so shocking with Detroit beating Minnesota, because Detroit typically loses that game because they're like, oh shit, we're winning. What do we do? Now it's like, oh shit, we're losing. We're going to win. We don't care. We don't care. We know we should win.
Right.
We're going to win. The next game, your favorite game of the week, the Jets, 15, and the Steelers, 37.
We're still talking about that.
This was such a shit game on the Jets.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is blaming every single person except himself. They brought in another wide receiver that he's familiar with. Oh, this is going to fix everything. He looks terrible. He's trying to do stuff that he did years ago, and he's not that person anymore. We're going to be better. We have to be better. We have to learn. No, there's a lot of we there, but there should be a little bit more me there.
See? And you know what? We're looking at you, Mr. Rogers. You're on call.
Mr. Rogers, take off the sweater.
That's
Stop
right.
reading the books to kids.
Man.
Okay, get out there.
And
stop going on
sucks,
McAfee every
dude.
freaking week and get to work. And what's going to happen this week is they're playing against the Patriots. And if they beat the Patriots,
God.
magically, everything will be great.
Oh, come on. No. And that's,
But it's the Patriots.
It's sad. It's the Patriots. And you know what? They might lose to the Patriots.
They might.
I know.
Okay, next game. The Ravens go into Tampa Bay. Ravens 41, Tampa Bay 31. Both wide receivers in Tampa Bay got hurt. One of them, I think, might be a season-ending injury, and the other one had a bad hamstring when he went for a touchdown in the end zone. The thing about the Ravens is they sat Henry in the second quarter. Then all of a sudden in the third quarter and late in the fourth, they just pounded him the ball. This guy is a beast. The last game on Monday night was the Chargers 15 and the Cardinals 17. The Cardinals pulled this one out of their ass. The Chargers, Harbaugh, I think, was in the hospital with some kind of heart problem. And on the sideline in the last drive of the game, I swear to you, I kept looking at him going, where's the ambulance? This guy's going to blow up.
No,
he was blowing a gasket. He was like, what? He was running out in the field and trying to get the attention of the refs while they were trying to call another play. And they're like, get back on the sideline.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
and he's
it
got
was-
a heart problem. The
I
week
know he's got a
before
heart
where
problem, and he
got-
was blowing a gasket.
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
he's like, I'm fine, I'll be okay, I'm fine. I'm wearing a monitor. I wanted to see the monitor on the. That's the way you should do with all the coaches to see
Yeah.
if they're calm, cool, and collected. Each coach, one on the top, one on the bottom, have a heartbeat monitor and see how crazy they're going, by how good or bad their team is doing.
That will probably be a thing in 15 or 20. It's going to take a while for them to get to know that that's a good idea.
Yeah, it will be insane.
It
will
will,
be insane.
and it would help me want to watch more.
But my 4-game tease last week was the Bills, the Bengals, the Raiders, and the Commanders. And I got the 4-game tease last week, and I went 12-3 last week. So now that you're back and you're my jinx, I'm going to shit the bed.
All right, we'll see. So now,
So last night was the Vikings and the Rams. I'll already tell you that the Rams won. I'll already tell you that the Vikings really didn't play well.
and I would have went with the Vikings.
I probably would have went with the Vikings as well. Okay, there was no game in London this week. I think we got a game in Germany in 2 weeks. So the Eagles are on the road at the Bengals. Bengals favored by 2.5 points. I think that this is a crazy game. The
It's 2.5.
Bengals beat the Browns in a game that was a division game, but it was the Browns. The thing is, the Bengals are hot offensively, and the Eagles haven't figured out the defense. They're coming along, but they really haven't figured it out.
4-2.
But they're 4-2.
Man,
And the Bengals were the worst team 3 weeks ago.
Yes, I'm going Eagles because the Eagles are picking it up. I'm picking the Eagles.
And here's the thing.
And that's my first tease.
Here we go.
Right on number
Back to
one.
the tease.
Hey, listen, the Eagles are going to be getting, 8.5.
So just for shits and giggles this week, I'm all about breaking streaks here. I picked a 3-game tease 2 weeks ago, and I got it. A 4-game tease last week, I got it. So this week I'm doing at least a 5-game tease, and maybe 6 because I'm confused about the 5th game. So I may go 6, but I think I'm going 5. So Brian is picking the Eagles. I am going to take the Bengals minus 2.5. No tease. Just I'm taking the Bengals minus 2.5. Bengals at home by a field goal. The Bengals offense is really getting on track. That's all.
And I don't know why I'm picking them. Okay.
Next game, the Ravens are on the road against the Browns. So it's 8.5 points on the road. I'm taking the Ravens in my tees. I'm taking them to win by 2.5.
I was supposed to be going first. That was also going to be
Oh,
my
I'm
tease.
sorry. That's fine. You can
I'm
do a
going
tease.
for a lot of teases.
But are you doing
too.
it the other way? Are you doing it 14? Because by the
No.
way, 2 weeks ago, we won a tease. I won a tease and you won a tease, and we both teased opposite, and it fell right in the middle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you even said it during the
Yeah.
podcast. You said, we could both win this tease. I'm like, yep, and we did.
So, no, I'm going Ravens as well.
Okay. The next game, I'll read the game out. I'm not going to do any comments. The Titans are on the road at the Lions.
Man, maybe I should just tease every pick.
See, that's what it is, though, but then you have to get them all, or
I
they
know.
don't count.
Of course you do. But you know what? I think the Lions are going to kick the shit out of the Titans.
Okay.
The Titans?
What's the spread?
It's 11.5.
I know.
But no, I'm not going to tease this one, and I'm going to pick the Lions.
Okay, I'm taking the Lions. I am teasing it down. I'm taking the Lions, and that's my second tease. Next game is Cardinals at the Dolphins. This is a very interesting game. The Cardinals pulled one out last week against the Chargers. Now they got to travel all the way to Miami. But here's the thing. Miami's quarterback is back.
I know.
Everyone's so psyched and excited. Tua's back. This is going to be a whole different team. Tua's back. They haven't done anything without him. They haven't run well. They haven't done anything in the passing game. They have done nothing. But I still can't believe that the Dolphins are really going to be great.
He's back?
He's back.
Officially, 100%.
Yeah, that's why the Dolphins are favored by 3.5. Do I think that the Cardinals could blow them out? Yes. Do I think Miami could blow them out? Yes. I honestly think this is a literal pick'em game. It's a flip of a coin. I don't know, other than the offense looks so different with Tua in it. Are you flipping a coin?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to do heads Cardinals, tails Dolphins. This is a foreign coin.
Wow.
And it's tails
Okay.
Dolphins.
Well, I'm taking the Dolphins minus the, what's the spread on yours?
4.5.
Yeah, okay.
Dolphins are given 4.5.
Yeah, that's worse than I thought, but I will take it. The Jets is the next one, minus 6.5 at the Patriots. Here you go, Bri. 6.5. Are the Jets a touchdown better than the Patriots in Foxborough?
I say yes, they are. Will they do it? Yes. Oh, yeah. No, Jets. But I really don't have much confidence. But
Well, I'm teasing the Jets, and I said I would never do it again.
You're teasing the Jets.
I'm teasing the Jets to win by, because it's 6.5, a half a point. I'm teasing them just to, if they win the game, I win.
USA
so right now,
Today is 7, by the way.
It's 7, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got 6.5 on mine. I'll do it. I'll change it to 7 to yours, just so we're even. So it's 1 point. The next game, Buccaneers are at home against the Falcons. They're a 2.5 point favorite, and they lost their entire starting wide receiver core for this game. They played 3 weeks ago in that crazy game where Cousins had 500-plus yards, and they won in overtime. In the history of these two teams playing in the division, they are 31-31. I tell you, this division is crazy. They always split games, other than the Panthers being lower because they're a newer division rival. I don't know if this is just a heart pick. I'm rooting for Atlanta to win only because they need it for the division.
I'm going Falcons.
And I am going Falcons as well. Next game, Packers are on the road, and they're going to play the Jaguars. The Jaguars have just won a big victory in London. They were in London. They were in London for 2 weeks. I think they lost the first one and won the second one. Packers minus 5.
4. I have 4.
Oh, Packers minus 4? Well, that's better for me because I'm picking the Packers.
I'm taking the Packers, too.
Next game, the Colts.
All right, I'm doing this one first. The Colts? Oh, I hate the Colts. Go ahead.
On the road against the Houston Texans, who just lost by 2 points to the Packers in Lambeau. Now they're back home. They are still in first place in the division. And what's the spread you got?
5. So this is a toughie. I'm going to go for Texans.
I am picking the Colts tease.
Oh.
So I'm going to push the spread up to 11.
Yep.
And I'm going for the Colts. I don't think Houston's going to beat the Colts by that. So that's my 4 tees.
Shit, I think I only have 2.
Okay.
I'm being tee shy this week.
Next game for you, your Saints.
Saints who shit the bed last week?
Yep, against the Chargers.
Oh.
Who lost on Monday night.
Damn. I wanted to tease it, but I'm
What's
not gonna.
The spread?
The spread's 7.
Mm-hmm.
So Saints are getting 7. You know what? Maybe I will tease it. Let's do the tease, and the Saints are getting 13.
Okay, this is the rare one that we might also both be able to win.
Okay.
I'm taking the Chargers with the tease down to 1.
All right.
So far that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 teases for me.
You got 5 teases. I think I have 3. I hope you're keeping track.
I am.
Yeah.
I may have one more, so that might be the 6th. Next game, the Buffalo Bills, minus 3 on the road, all the way to Seattle against the Seahawks. Seahawks coming off of a road victory on the East Coast. Did a lot, but I think they lost Metcalf. He may or may not play.
I would, on this one here, I'd go with the Bills. I'm thinking about teasing it, but probably not.
The Bills are minus 3.
I think the Bills are going to win it, and I think they're going to win by 5. No, I don't know.
I'm taking the Bills in a close game. I think it actually may just be a push, but I'm taking the Bills. I'm hoping that they're up by 10 at the end, and then, Seattle comes back with a field goal. We'll see, but I am taking the Bills because they need it.
All right. What's the next one?
The Carolina Panthers, who right now, I heard Andy Dalton hurt his thumb or something
Oh,
in a
no.
car accident.
Really?
So they're going back. Yeah. So they're going back. I think it was a car accident. So they're going back to Bryce Young. I'm sure his confidence is really, really high after they benched him. And then now they're sticking him back in.
Well, maybe he's hungry. Maybe that'll turn it around. But
They're at Mile High Stadium against Tommy's Denver Broncos. The spread is?
I have it here 11.
Wow. Then I guess that's because they found out about Andy Dalton's hand injury.
What do you have?
I have 7.5. That was earlier in the week. So that means that they really want some people to start betting on the Panthers.
Shh, they do. Part of me, see, the thing is, no, the Broncos could beat the shit out of them by 30 points. So, and of course, it could be close. I'm going to go with the Broncos. And since I haven't been, there's not too many games left, right?
Nope, 3 more.
Shit, I'm going to
Four more,
tease it.
4 more.
I'm going to tease it. The Broncos are going to be only given 4, is it? They'll be given 5.
Yeah, I know that scares me so much because it's more than a field goal there, and I don't know enough about the Broncos to say that they're that good.
I don't either.
It's just
I shouldn't be doing it probably.
I'm really just gonna pick the Broncos, and I'm just gonna say, okay, I hope that they can cover that 11-point gigantic spread. That's insane. You said 11 or 10?
11.
11, yeah. Okay, but then again, we got another giant spread coming up. The Chiefs -10 against the Raiders.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Honestly,
I should be. Oh, wait, I should guess. I should
It's
do
okay.
this. You know what? Right off the bat, they're not going to lose to the Raiders. I think they're going to beat them handily. Let's tease this one as well, and let's make the Chiefs only giving 3.5.
So it's 9.5 on your thing?
Yeah.
I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm taking them without a teaser at 9.5. I'm glad that it just changed to 9.5 from 10 because I hope that they cover. The truth of the matter is, I think Patrick Mahomes has a lot of motivation for this because in the preseason, while the Raiders were practicing, they had a Kermit the Frog doll with Patrick Mahomes' jersey on it because everybody says that Patrick Mahomes sounds like Kermit the Frog. So they were making fun of him, and he just fluffed it off and said, yeah, no big deal, ha, ha, ha. But I think he's going to want to kick the shit out of the Raiders.
Oh, there you go. Good. I got to
I'm
listen
hoping,
to him now.
I'm hoping that the Chiefs, even though I can't stand them and I don't want them to be undefeated, if there's a game I lose, that's the one. That's why I'm not teasing. I'm okay with them losing. The next game would have been such a game. It's the Bears on the road at Washington Commanders. All news points to Jaden Daniels out.
Right.
And the Bears are favored by 1 on the road because do you realize
And it's 3 on here.
that the NFC North is a division where all 4 teams have winning records? It's like the first thing in forever that all 4 teams can actually make the playoffs.
Oh, wow.
It's the Vikings, the Lions, the Bears, and the Packers. They're all still in a giant hunt for first place. Nobody's too far out. Chicago, I'm pretty sure, is in 3rd. Yeah, it's the 3rd. It's the
and
Lions,
Chicago's
the Vikings,
got the rookie,
Chicago.
right? They both
Yeah,
have rookies.
and they both have rookies.
And the
But now
one
rookie's out.
Right. And I'm going to go with
And the
Bears
other one
on this
is Ray
because
Liotta's playing. Your Ray Liotta guy
Ray
is playing for the
Liotta is for the
for
Commanders. Son of a bitch.
Am I not supposed to tell you that? Because, you want to
did.
influence
You just
yourself?
influenced me. It's a teaser, and I'm taking the Commanders. Is that the 5th one?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, the Commanders are now getting 10 with Ray Liotta.
So the Bears are given how many points? No.
Washington on this right now,
Yeah.
on this one, Washington's getting 3. Oh, yeah, 9. I keep on thinking it's 7.
Okay.
It's
okay.
9.
So the Bears -3. I'm taking the Bears just because the Bears defense right now. I would not be upset if the Commanders win. I am not teasing this game. The next game, Sunday night game, this is huge for everybody in their divisions. Plus, this is like old Super Bowls. This is everything. This is the Dallas Cowboys are going to the San Francisco 49ers.
Yes, they are. And Cowboys are getting 4.
The last time you saw Dallas, because they were off last week, they got killed by the Lions. That's the last time you saw them. The Niners last week,
And the week before,
they just haven't been playing well.
no.
They haven't been doing anything.
No.
But here's the thing. The Niners are favored
Yeah.
by 4. And Dallas has had a week off to prepare for whatever they're going to throw at them. I don't know if McCaffrey's coming back, if that's it. I know that they have still injuries at receiver. And for the Niners, I know that they fill in a lot of things. There's a couple of question marks about who's going to play in this game and who's not. Somebody was hospitalized for pneumonia. I think he's coming back. I just don't know really what the deal is with this team, this Dallas team.
All right, he's got an Achilles injury, so that's why he's still out.
Yeah, but is he definitely out or is he supposed to be back? I think unless he's going to come back to the
you
next
should know
bye.
these things, John.
No, not this week. There's so many injuries. They said since week 1 that he may or may not be back. They've been holding this out every week.
All right.
I say I don't want to pick either one of these teams because I don't like them.
Which ones? Giants, Steelers? Is that what?
No,
which one are you
Dallas and
doing?
Niners.
Oh,
you
so
didn't
you
make
still
a pick
haven't
yet.
done it. Oh, I picked the Cowboys.
I'm picking the Niners just to be opposite of you, but also I can't stand Dallas.
Yeah,
Last game of the week, Monday night. Woo! The Giants
man.
are at the Steelers. Now listen to me. You weren't here. Somehow, Tomlin, who knows everything about everyone, somehow he took his winning quarterback that he picked up from Chicago and benched him, even though he was healthy, and said, okay, you know what? I'm going to put in Russell Wilson. What? Wait. Everybody questioned it. They totally destroyed the Jets. Russell Wilson. He didn't have a first good quarter, but all of a sudden he started throwing that lob air ball, and his receivers were under it. His receivers love him.
Yeah.
So he's going to start, and he's going to play against the Giants.
So the quarterback that they have benched, how long's he been benched?
He's last game for no reason, just benched him.
You said last game.
He got benched against the Jets, and that was it.
Okay.
And he was playing well. Good enough for him.
Wow. Okay. Well, good. I like the Steelers.
Oh. You taking the Steelers?
Yeah, I like Tomlin now even more than
I know. I'm taking the Steelers.
I like the Steelers.
And this is my, God forgive me, this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my 6 tease. So I'm going with a 6-game tease. The Steelers are, what's the spread? 6.5?
6.
6. So it's 0. Steelers win the game. I win. 6-game tease. That's it. Brian's back. I'm here. If he ruins my streak of teases, no more. I pick first from now on then. Okay, that's enough.